Welcome to video number 2 in what might just be a two-part series. We'll figure that out as we go. This video is going to cover how to create a blog page with a comment section that works. Google Sites is a pain in the butt when it comes to comment sections, and this is confusing a lot of students in first semester, or was confusing a lot of students in first semester, and this, more than anything else, is the reason why these videos are going to exist. So, from your blog page. Your blog page should not have your actual blog posts on it. What should be on your blog page is a link to your blog post. And we'll cover that in a second. First of all, let's actually create the blog page, or the actual blog, and we'll create the link afterwards. So to create the actual blog page, or blog post, you want to click the little plus down here and click on New Page. And then label this whatever you want. I am not going to be able to see the label of this page. In this case, you might just want to call it Week 1. Now, if you do that, it creates a page, and then you can change this title to an interesting title that fits the post. Don't steal this title because this is not an interesting title. This is a lame title, but this is for illustrative purposes only. Make sure you capitalize every word. And of course, make sure it looks as good as it can, even if it's not that interesting, by dragging and dropping. Now, at this point, if we go over here to English 2018-19, you have your portfolio page, your blog page, and then Week 1. We do not want Week 1 to show up here. To hide that, what you need to do is click over here on Week 1, 3 dots, and then hide from navigation. And then, if you like to be organized, I would drag this under blog page. That way when you go to home, you go to English 2018, you have portfolio and blog page, but you don't see Week 1 blog, and it's hidden from sight. Once you do that, you want to write your actual blog posts. Make sure you include an image or two. Depends on what you're talking about. If you are doing a cooking tutorial, for example, you should probably have a lot of good, yummy, interesting pictures that make you want to eat your food. If you're writing an essay on one of my topics I give you, maybe you only have 1 picture or 2 pictures, but make sure you do have some pictures. From here, you want to write your actual post, and this should be an informal type of writing style. However, you still want to follow your formal structures. Your first paragraph should be some type of introduction, and you should have a thesis at the end of that. Your next paragraph should have a topic sentence that connects to that thesis. And every paragraph after should also do that. This is just plain old good, decent writing. This is how it works. You build upon what you started. But make sure it's an informal tone. Make sure it sounds like you're talking to somebody. But don't forget the structure a little bit. And then make sure you have some kind of conclusion. Don't just fall off. Don't be afraid to talk to your reader here. And also, and here's the important part, or one of the most important parts, and probably the most confusing, you must have a comment section. So after this, you want to click down here again and you want to add text. This text should be maybe bold or maybe a subheading. However you want to do it, make sure it looks good. Make sure we know, hey, here's the comment section. You do not need to call it the comment section, but hey, call it something, well, something witty or boring, whatever you want to do. Make sure we know it's a comment section. And then you need to go to other places. So click the little plus in your browser and it'll open a new tab. And the first place we need to go is forms.google.com. And from here, you want to create a blank form It's just the easiest one to do because you want to customize this as much as possible. Although some stuff like this banner is not going to be shown. From here, make sure you title these forms because every single blog post needs its own form. Do not do one over and over and over again. So make sure you label these. Hey, comments for week 1 blog. You do not need to get fancy. Get used to doing WK1 in these little brackets, and I'll tell you why in a bit. Now for this, once you put a title in here, you need to click where it says Untitled Form, so it'll make that the title of the actual form. So again, so you can find it later. From here, Untitled Question number 1, you want to change that to some form of, hey, who are you? What's your name? It should automatically say short answer. And then it'll have the text. You also want to add another one by clicking the little plus button, and I'll give you another question. What would you like to add? What did you think? I don't know. Show some personality. And that should say some kind of paragraph, should say long answer text. From there, we need to go to responses. And we need to click this little green button to create a spreadsheet. And then create a new spreadsheet, create. Open it, if it doesn't open already. There's only a few things you want to do to this form. One, this timestamp thing, just kind of get rid of it, or actually you can just click it and hide column. Or you can leave it there, up to you. Or make it smaller, whatever you want to do. Name, you probably want to make that smaller. And that's it. Oh, that is not it. Sorry. The important step, you need to go to share. And it should say private to only me. It's no longer going to be private to only you. You need to click on share and then click on get shareable link. You do not need to use this link for anything. Don't bother copying it from it. Don't do anything with it. Just make sure link sharing is on. Anyone at Clark County School District with the link can view, and click on done. And that is all you need to do with your spreadsheet. Close it. Never look at it again unless you want to read the full comment, because that's probably the easiest way to see the whole comment once it gets cut off. From this form, you don't need to do anything here either. So go back to your web page, and under comment section, you want to double click on one side. You're going to add from Drive, and then it's going to bring up your stuff. It will be hard to find. What I recommend doing is clicking where it says name and changing that to last modified by me. And it should bring up your last two things you made. So first, insert the actual form. And then to the right of that, double click again, add from Drive. Do the same thing if you have to. And find that spreadsheet and insert the spreadsheet. And then you want to make them a little good. Maybe make this a little smaller. The whole thing's not necessary. And this, you want to probably make this a little bigger so people can actually see it. And that is it. If you've done all that, your page should look good. One thing I would make sure you do is double click right here, open a new tab where it'll open this spreadsheet that you created, and just double check your work. Go to share, click on it, and it should say link sharing is on. Anyone at Clark County with the link can view. Because if you do not do this, no one will be able to get to your comment section. No one will be able to see your comment section, and no one will be able to see what people are saying, and it just doesn't work that well. So make sure it works. All right, and one last step. You want to go back to your blog page once you have everything done, once you have an interesting title. And on your blog page, you are going to keep a link to your week 1 blog or whatever blog it is. And to do that, you're going to add text. I recommend having 3 things on this page. 1, you need your interesting title. Also in brackets, you must say it is week 1 or use whatever the code is for that assignment. It'll probably be week 1 through 10. This one is week 1. Under that, you should write an interesting description of your blog post. You want students, you want your peers to read your blog. If they don't, it kind of feels bad because, hey, people aren't reading your stuff. But so have a short title. This blog post will talk about something super interesting and cool. And then maybe like click here to read. It's not necessary, but it's never a bad idea. And then you want to make certain things in here clickable so that people can make sure they get to your webpage. For example, their title should probably be a link. Go insert link. Do not write anything here. Do not put anything special here. Find the site here and apply. Click here to read. Should also be a link. Maybe some keywords in here. Oh, check it out, pretty please. Check it out, please. Link. Like the more things that are links, the better off you are. One thing to note, when you create your second blog, or your third or fourth, and I'm just going to do just the title here, but you're going to do all of it. These go in reverse chronological order. So this, when you create a new one, you need to drag it to the top. Always keep the new one at the top. And then week 3 is the top, week 4, 5, 6, and it'll scroll down. That way, people can find the exact one you want them to read. I hope this helps. If you need to review this, feel free. You want to rewind this, feel free. Do whatever you need to do. Make sure you get these points. These are easy points. It's an easy assignment. Please check this out if you need help.